think we're good. We're good, guys. Hello, good morning. Sparkly yarn. Oh, my sisters dealt with that. Or, well, I guess it had sparkles in it, but sparkle was less the unique selling point of the yarn, and it was the texture of it, because this particular yarn that she was working with was basically a very thin yarn, or like practically thread. It was so thin, but it had little fluff pieces sticking out of it, and so it was very difficult for her to work with. So yeah, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. So for those of you who missed the bonus stream last Saturday, was it last? I think it was last Saturday, which was pretty much all of you. We did some things. I got super frustrated with being stuck on that glacier, so I did a bonus stream where I spent the large majority of, like, I think an hour and a half stream running around a great glacier being lost. But we did make some progress. We found the antidote. So basically the penguin on the map that we were searching for was actually where she stashed the this is where she stashed the antidote, because in the story thus far, Altera, which is the corporation, was studying the Kara bacteria, and she was concerned about it getting out, and that, you know, most of the logs were the conversation of Sam going through this process of discovering that Altera was working on the virus and her being afraid of it and trying to do something about it. And last session we discovered the giant Leviathan in question. And we found basically where they got the Kara from, the intact Kara pustules on the giant Leviathan. We also confirmed what actually happened with Sam's death, because we went to the site where she passed, and then we grabbed the antidote from the stashed location down here, went back up to the Leviathan, and we neutralized the bacteria in the Leviathan so it could not come back and be studied again in the future. And Alan and Robin, who was our main character, Robin, had a conversation and kind of talked about it, and she was able to get some closure about her sister's death. Now, one thing I will say is that there are definitely bits of the story that kind of make me tilt my head to the side, make me kind of, like, okay, I guess, you know, if you say so. And then there's that ending bit of the story, which just really falls flat for me for several reasons. One of which is when we very first land on the planet, she says, I need to know what happened. You know, I'll figure out a way. Like, he says, you know, are you sure about this? And she goes, I need to know what happened. And then you get the log from Jill, who says, I think it was Sam up here. Yeah, I'm sorry about your sister. It didn't sit right with me what Altera blamed Sam's death on negligence. Well, we get to the cave and we find out that 100% she kind of accidentally blew herself and another person up. So she used explosives on the cave to close off the cave so Altera couldn't study the Leviathan, and basically either got caught in the blast or died via like collateral damage, you know, ice falling, you know, everybody dies, that kind of thing. So the whole game, it's set up in such a way to make you believe that you know, there's some mystery as to how she died, and maybe Altera's behind something nefarious. And then at the very, very kind of towards the end of the game, after you had to go run around this iceberg, which if you didn't exactly know where you were and what was going on, then you could get lost, kind of like what I did, where it took a long time for me to find where I was going. And then yeah, anyways, you get the point. I'm still drinking my coffee. Her sister was beaten to death by a group of penguin things. I mean, I suppose. Maybe. I suppose. Yeah. So anyways, yeah, but so that's, and I mainly just for everyone who wasn't here to just get caught up on some things. Yeah, no, it's just one of those where it's like you get this big build up, and then it's just kind of well, you can see the murderous intent in their beady little eyes. Well, maybe. So that being said, we went around on that glacier and we saw, in fact, you can see them up in the upper corner there. But we found and scanned the last alien component. So we are now in a position to actually build Alan's body. Being just got eaten by a big shark or something. Yeah. All right, so yeah, but that's it. That's really all we're at, is trying to build this body. Now, let's see, polyurethane is gonna be over here. Oh, okay. So looks like we have a large majority of these materials, actually. So we got 3 diamonds. Oh, we got more kyanite than I thought, which is probably a good thing. A couple of these. We need some lithium. Well, we need lithium, but we also need titanium. So I'm shy on titanium, which I could probably pick up some metal salvage to do. And those pustules. I'm looking at the pustules found in kelp caves. Root pustules. Isn't that what we have? Oh, no, that's not what we have. These are the from the big cotton plants. Okay, so actually, well, let's get our ribbon plant and our let's get our ribbon plant and such there. We need root pustules. We also need some salvage, so let's see if we have a wreck that we can go to. Here we go, here's a wreck. Go pop in the sea truck and get a wreck. Lithium flowers are troublesome. But yeah, anyways, aside from all of that progress on the game, how are you guys doing? How are you guys doing indeed? It sounds like Grim Squirrel is fussing with a project right now. What's she trying to make? Perfect. Metal salvage. That's exactly what I wanted. So we're gonna pop down here. And if I remember correctly, I think... No, excuse me, it's not by this wreck. It's by the other one. It's a little one. Oh, no, that makes sense. How much kyanite do we need? Probably picked up too much. Let's go stuff it in the truck. The Kraken. Oh, I need to straighten my sea truck. I'm not gonna be able to get to it. Oh, hey, vent garden. Vent garden juvenile. That's straight enough. So let's get some titanium. And let's drop off some kyanite. Oh, we have even more kyanite. Okay, we need at least 3 though. It's not quite gonna be enough. Not quite good. Well, actually, this lithium is 10 in this one. Excuse me, plastisteel ingots, whatever. It's not 10, is it? It's 5. Yep. So I only need 1. Okay. Let's see. I did end up playing DC-20 with Galaxy Fox. Actually, yeah. Underside of the tentacles, sparkly accents, so it has... Oh! Oh, okay, that's what he... I follow. My brain. I'm still waiting for my coffee to kick in. The Kraken that you were working on. Sparkly undersides. That's gonna be awesome. Are you doing... Is it like just pure sparkle? Or is it like the same color but sparkly? Or is it like a completely different color that's sparkly? Yeah. Because I'm picturing... You say it's annoying to count all the stitches, so I'm picturing that you're doing them up like separate bits and then you're gonna have to attach them. Oh, the game, Knucklebone, you're asking about the game? It was fan-freaking-tastic. They were the best. It was my I'll make my other players sad and jealous, but seriously, playing with Galaxy Fox and crew was the absolute best. All right, and part of our problem here is we have too many magnetite. I think we only need 2 diamonds. Oh no, lie. We do need 3 diamonds. Come back here, diamonds. We need, I believe, an ion cube. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and craft the first part. Let's see. Is it something we can craft here? You know what? I don't think so. I think we have to have every piece of this. Oh, another thing we stared at it at the whole beginning and I completely forgot to mention it. Whoop, bumped my mouse. But these posters, you get these 2 posters in the area right towards the end of the game with the giant Leviathan, but man, are they not the coolest posters in the whole game. It just bums me that they're all the way at the very end of the game, because like I would have loved to have these to stare at for a larger majority of the game. Just saying, they're super cool. Okay, also we need synthetic fibers. We need quite a few things, so let's go back up to see titanium. We really don't have just 1 titanium. You know what I could do? Since we're gonna be, you know, taking care of business here soon, we'll just deconstruct this bed. We don't really need this bed, to be honest. We're building Alan an alien body, aren't we? That's like the end of the game, isn't it? Okay, so that should clear up some space. It's polyurethane. I just need gold and hydrochloric acid. Oh, wait, there it was. Gold. All right, and then actually I'm gonna drop this off as well. We don't really need it. And yeah, food. We've got some food. Got water. Why not? We have plenty of water. And then come over here and build the polyaniline. Heck yeah. The underside is whitish and the sparkle is silvery trim. The sparkle is a silvery trim on the white underside. It's looking pretty cool. Well, I believe it. Cool with a K even. You'll have to post that in the Discord when it's photo ready, because that really does sound pretty cool actually. Okay, so we do need, and I believe they take up 4 slots each, so we'll want to be mindful of that. We need to go to the Kelp Forest. Or rather, we need to go to a kelp forest and go down. My goal is to get us as far as I absolutely can, if not finished with the game. Because we are so close, I think. I mean, we're gonna build Alan his body. Let's see. Is that one the one that's really... Is that the... I think that is set up at the Red Crystal Cavern. I think that one's gonna be deep. Or no, maybe that's the one that, I put down 2 beacons, one at the opening to get down to the crystal cave, and one actually where the red crystal starts. What? Oh, what? Why is the screen shattered? What happened to your phone? What happened to your phone, Seraphis? Were you out pirating again? Were you in the middle of takeover of another enemy ship? Is that what happened to your phone? Yeah, but yeah, the DC-20 game was awesome. Just further reinforces that even as it continues to, even as it's still in beta, not even really complete, it will be the going system of choice. Absolutely. In fact, I told my players, because they were kind of a little bit struggling with it. Some of that was just poor timing on my part, but they were kind of struggling with it a little bit. And oh, you know what just occurred to me? We're going down. I wanted to go to the crystal cave. Oh, but I jumped ahead of myself. I wanted to go down to the crystal cave, but I can't do that quite yet. I got one more thing I gotta take care of. But I got those back at base. I should probably take care. Well, and there's rubies down there, but not spiral plants. So I got a little bit ahead of myself. I thought we were good, and we are not quite good yet, but that's okay. It's not a long drive. Oh, speaking of Alan, I accidentally looked ahead to see what he looks like. I was slightly disappointed. Oh dear. See, Seraphis, you get into trouble when you get into spoiler territory. We'll see what everyone else thinks. We'll see what everyone else thinks when we get there. Go grab this spiral plant cutting. I'm pretty sure I have a ruby in there, and if I don't, I'll grab the spiral plant cutting and we'll get rubies on the way down. Because the only other thing we need is in the Kelp Forest, which is above ground. You were trying to read a text. Oh, your anger got the better of you. You smashed it on your desk. Why would you do that? Well, I mean, I shouldn't ask why. You've already established. Okay, let's see here. Oh. Yoink. Yoink. Did that get me what I needed? No. Exterior grow bed. Here we go. Spiral plant. There we go. That's what I need. And actually, I might have a ruby in stock. So you say nightclub, and then I just hear the in my head. Oh yeah, ruby. Okay, and I think I only need one of these. And since we're here, synthetic fibers, and then we're almost done, guys. That was nice and quick. I also still like the hand holding the light bulb. That's also a good image. That's a real good image. But yeah, the next, so today is like uber mega stream day. And if I sound tired, it's just because I'm still waiting for the coffee to kind of kick in. And then it'll be a good day though. And then progress is going to start on the next video, which is potentially going to be a very long video. Let's see, south, north. I kind of want to head north actually. Yeah, no, I think from here I definitely want to head north, northwest. Yeah, next video. It's going to be, the next one is looking to be the sort of review slash recap of DC-20 thus far. So back when I did the first two, there were a lot of people that wanted to know how it did at the table. The problem is that because of my table group and not having the second group, we were only playing like once every 2 to 3 weeks, if that. I mean, there were so many cancellations. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Let's see if we can go along here. Actually, I think that might not be. Oh, no, maybe there's more Kelp Forest up here. So, yeah. I didn't have... People wanted to know how it was handling at my table, and I wasn't playing it because I didn't have a table. Because everyone was canceling on me. They were dealing with some life stuff. They just, yeah, they had some stuff they had to deal with, so there was just, you know, TTRPGs get put on hold when more serious stuff pops up. 100%. Oh. And then this is what I need exactly right here. Yeah, at the Crystal Caves. Wait, NNGT. Wait, what? 2. Okay, we've got 2, and they don't take up 4 slots. NNGT at the Crystal Cave. I unfortunately am not following you. Also, we're low on battery. Life finds a way. The Leviathan down there is a lot of people's favorite Leviathan too. I think it's called the Shadow Leviathan. Oh, whoops. No, come on. Try this again. There we go. I didn't want to disconnect the module. I wanted to put in a new battery. Thank you. Or if you're my grandpa, a battery. So my grandpa says battery. There is no other extra syllable in there. It is just battery. And we're going to repair while we're here. Let's see. How about number 4? Since we're here, since we're swapping batteries, since we're doing all that, we might as well repair. Yes, life stuff getting in the way of very important gaming. I hear you. Yeah. I will admit I have been very staunchly against online gaming for... Well, not maybe against it isn't the right word, but I have been very, like, just not necessarily in favor. Like, it's fine for other people, but I would never do it about online, you know, D&D needs to happen at a table and it needs to be with people and this and that and the other thing. And then after one experience with online gaming with a good group, it kind of changed my mind quite a bit. Just the convenience of it, you know, just sitting down at my desk. And I mean, the scheduling monster will always be a monster, but when you have like kind of the whole world to choose from instead of just your local town, or your local social group, you're go away. Go away. Go away. Thanks, Point Defense System. We love you. I don't know. My mind has been turned quite a bit on online gaming after that experience, because especially with something like Owlbear, it's just so nice. Like having a digital fog of war, having tokens that we can move around, having maps and assets be digital, so I don't have to, like, you know, store them in a closet somewhere. And they're all free, and everyone can see what's going on. You know, nobody's looking over the top of somebody else or trying to, you know, reach over the Dorito bag. I don't know. There's dang if it wasn't really convenient. But at the same time, you're not there in person, and there is something to be said for doing it in person. So for example, I normally do Theater of the Mind, mostly because battle maps are just too much trouble. And when you're doing it in person, I think even Wargasm said that it was a lot better than he thought. He's never played Theater of the Mind in like 40 years of gaming. And he said actually it was a lot easier than he thought it would be. Which was cool. It was cool that I could get him sort of a new experience with that. But also, I did notice that it was different from doing it in person versus over internet. Copa Phi surprise dock. We don't need that anymore. Crystal Caves. Oh, here we go. Red Crystal. That's the one. Red crystal beacon. Red crystal beacon. Oh, it's down and behind us. Okay. Sorry if it gets a little twisty turvy. Let's see if we can. Hey buddy. Oh, well, I hit the button at the wrong time. Oh, gross. He's trying to eat me, guys. Oofta. Oh, and he hurt us bad. He hurt us real bad. I popped my perimeter defense system at the wrong time. Okay, let's go over here. Let's see if we can get out. If he catches us not in our sea truck, it's instant death. So I'm trying to get like away from him so I can repair. Okay, Alright, whoops, wrong button. You'll have to pardon me, folks. It's been a hot second since I've loaded the game. Repair tool. Thank you, repair tool. Hey, it's Grumpy. I'm just not catching up there. Stop my home games for, oh, because of the kids. Dude, actually, some of my earliest memories in life are my dad's D&D table, no joke. Come on, come on. I had like a little bit left. I had like 2% left. Oh. Oh, that gave me a heart attack. Oh my gosh. It's a real problem getting off too early. Yes, I did, Grumpy. I did start early. I apologize. I was running ahead of schedule and I didn't want to just sit there twiddling my thumb. So the reason why I said it for as for you would be 7:30. The reason 7:30 instead of 7 like normal is because I had to go feed the dogs. I have to go down the street and take care of my neighbor's dogs. So I wanted to give extra time for that. It's a real problem getting off to. Oh, my brain came back around to that, Seraphis. Wow. Why don't I want to play with the nice fish? You know, some responses came to mind, Goths, but I promised myself I'd keep politics out of my channel, but just insert some jokes there if you want. About the true identity of said fish. Oh, go to the bakery. Dang, that sounds nice. I want to go to the okay. I want to go to the bakery. Oh, see, Grumpy, you said that, and now I'm just like smelling fresh baked like cinnamon rolls, like phantoms. Whoa, phantom smells. Okay, so one thing that is a concern. In fact, I have no idea what direction this kind of up. Well, I have half an idea. Oh, it was not that. Yes. Oh, thank goodness we stocked our sea truck, guys. We're not gonna die. That's nice. That we're not gonna die. Alright. We are 800 meters down. I was under the assumption that the 1,000 meters that the sea truck could get to was the maximum distance that we would need to go. So I hope we don't run into a spot where we can't take the sea truck. Oh gosh, it is tight and cramped in here, isn't it? Let's see. Oh, yes. The fish. One of those fish that wants to culturally enrich us.
I sense the presence of a substantial facility in the area.
You think?
Unable to identify.
True song to sing when playing with the Shadow Leviathan. Yeah. Would this be the spot where I could say drums? Drums in the deep. Oh, and as I say that, I hear the roar of a Shadow Leviathan. Okay. Now he says substantial facility, which I'm thinking is a bit of a duh. Mostly just because, you know, it's a Subnautica game and it's a game. I'm dropping immersion. So sorry. Let's see, is it over here? I admit I'm just kind of generically going forward looking for what I hope to be the most obvious path forward. I'm not 100%. Maybe it's this way? I don't think we've gone this way. And if there's more Leviathans chasing us. Haha. See, the trick is not to hit it too early. I keep hitting that perimeter defense too early. I have to actually wait until the animation starts. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, Let's try up and over here. Ooh, this seems like a good bet, guys. This seems like a good bet. Unless this is the way we came. Is this the way we came? Am I completely turned around now? Am I gonna have to follow the left wall? Yeah. You are correct, Grim Squirrel. He is all up in my business. But, you know, he's a hungry Leviathan creature, so... Okay, so we came from... In terms of just now, we came from that direction kind of off to the left. Yeah, we came from kind of that direction. So let's try... Because I think I'm seeing... Yeah, just walls over there. Let's try this. I'm pretty sure I just went forward from when he said substantial... When he said substantial structure, I thought I just kept going forward and then I hit rocks. Let's see. I may have already got... So welcome to the next couple of hours as we... Alright, let's turn off that beacon too. I don't think we have a... For now. Oh, come on, guys. Although, if we are... If that's the direction of the beacon, then that means that's where we came in on. Can I hide in a corner? Can I hide in a... No, I cannot hide in the corner. Gosh, you were persistent. We're gonna go this way and we're gonna swim past you. Haha. But we already went this way and it was closed off. In a Leviathan garden. I like to be under the sea in a Leviathan garden in the shade. And this is closed off too. We already went down this way, didn't we? Alright, well, we'll keep going this way. I get the funny feeling that this is like the original way we came in, though. If you guys catch something I don't, say something. Ugh, bump. If you guys catch something I don't, definitely... It can't be up. It can't be. Can it? It has to be down, doesn't it? Why in the world? See if we look over here. Yep, nope, that's definitely rocks. This is definitely a kind of singular area. Yeah, it can't be up because now we're just completely backtracking, aren't we? Yeah, part of the reason why I did the bonus stream last time was so that, oh yeah, no, we 100% just completely, totally, okay, so now we're starting from the beginning. I was trying to avoid having an entire stream of just being lost, so to speak. I did a bonus stream so that we could get off the glacier. So I'm actually going to sit here 1 second, and I'm going to grab something. Which is to say the door. Okay. All right. We gotta like, I can't lean back anymore. I have to sit up straight. I have to actually set my chair up and everything, you guys. Catch something you don't, depends on what you've caught. Are you talking about some, oh geez. Oh geez, God. Oh geez. All right. Okay, we're starting kind of from the beginning. This is... Set my headphones down. Let's see. This is definitely... It's focus time. It's focus time, y'all. Whew. Focus and whiskey time. Actually, technically, that's not... Well, it's bourbon whiskey. Juked. Not juked. Double juked. I thought I was clever. I thought I was gonna go up and run. Okay, guys, so here's what we've got. Here, this is like the whole of the picture here. Let's see. That looks closed off. That far to the left looks closed off. Let's follow along the left. Let's just do that. Let's just kind of follow along the left side. That's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna follow along the left side, clan. Friends, group, buddies. See how many adjectives I can come up with. Or, wait, adjectives? I don't think that's correct. Okay, so following that particular left wall does seem to lead to... We're gonna follow the left wall. Works every time, guys. Follow the left wall. Or the right. I guess it doesn't really matter which. Just pick a wall and follow it. We've got battery. We've got 96% battery. Oop. Let's see. Kind of, trying to eyeball the left side there and make sure it's actually closed off. Let's see. Yep. Nouns. Looking for a group of synonyms. That's the word I was looking for. Synonym. Not just nouns, but the fact that all the nouns were referring to the same thing, kind of, sort of, or could be used in place of each other. Thesaurus style. That's what I was looking for. It works until you hit a roundabout, then you just walk in circles. Well, no, technically, you would leave the roundabout when you got to the entrance of the roundabout. Because you walked into the roundabout, and then you followed the left wall all the way around. And then you would leave out the other side of that same entrance, technically. This is definitely the left wall. We've got to do it. We've got to do it because we got to follow the left wall. Now, if this place has multiple entrances, what's going to happen is we're going to end up popping out the other entrance. So like how it suddenly goes up, that kind of makes me think that there's another entrance, but we'll keep trying, I guess. If we see it change biomes, then we'll just keep circling back around. This feels like we're changing biomes. Because I no longer see red. Well... But I haven't seen the... Okay, yep. No, that's Blue Crystal Cave over there, isn't it? Yep, that's Blue Crystal Cave over there. So we need to... So this is like a second entrance. Of course, there may be oncoming traffic. Yes, but the staircase was in the middle. How would that work? Wait, staircase? There's a staircase in a roundabout? See, guys, when you say roundabout, all I picture is the, like a cul-de-sac. Actually, you're saying roundabout. What I'm picturing in my head is actually a cul-de-sac. But also, like, the roundabouts, the traffic roundabouts. So I'm picturing, like, cars going around in a circle. Or walking through a cul-de-sac. Oh, scary music. At least the music would continue to be scary if we weren't, like, regularly dealing with it. And the Leviathans would probably be a little bit more scary and less straight up annoying if A, I didn't have the perimeter defense system, and B, I wasn't, like, kind of lost. Thank goodness for that perimeter defense system, though, or this would be a very short, deadly trip. And I probably would have taken the prawn suit with me if I didn't have it either. Sorry, fish. Okay, continuing to follow the left wall. This is all to say in a roundabout kind of way. Wordplay is on point, as per usual. Let's see. Imagine you can come to the circular hall in a dungeon. There are no exits, so you walk around it, but the entrance will require you not to touch the wall. So that's what you mean by, like, staircase in the middle? Well, if there was no entrance that you walked down, aka if the staircase was in the middle of the room and there are, like, legit no other halls or anything like that, I mean, that would be a pretty distinct marker. Like, aka I wouldn't be lost, aka I wouldn't need to follow the left wall, because it would be pretty apparent that the only other option to go is the staircase in the middle. Alright, I feel like we're missing something, or I am missing something. I'm trying to be slow and thorough and diligent, but this is, Roombas? Wait, something about distraction and Roombas? Oh, come on, please leave me alone. I just want to find the alien facility. And we keep hitting everything. Those plants must be very, very hard, because I keep hitting the plants and we're losing durability. I'm gonna lose battery on my repair tool here soon. Stop and repair, stop and repair. Alright, come on, we can do this. I say we. I kind of genuinely can't tell if we've been down this way before. Like, the environment really is kind of starting to all look the same to me at this point. Wouldn't that be a way out? So haven't we already gone that way before? That's a way out. Yeah, nope, I recognize that titanium. We've been there. We've been here before. Guys, I must be missing something painfully obvious. Hello, Galaxy. Welcome in. So glad to have you here. You're always a force of positive good, and I love you for it. We're lost. And I'm kind of trying not to get frustrated. Alright, so following the left wall obviously didn't work, because that was that same entrance. Oh, go away. Nah, like that. I mean, I did warn you. I did say go away. Sorry, fishies. I'm not trying to be mean, I promise. Okay, so I feel like it's gotta be sort of, you know, it's Subnautica. It's always down. It's always deeper. That's how Subnautica do. That's how Subnautica do. It's always supposed to be down. It's always supposed to be deeper, right? Right? Not feeling pressured at all. First, I had to get up early and take care of the dogs. And then people were being mean to me in chat, but that's okay, because I kind of sort of banned them because they were being a jerk. And then now we're lost. It's a great start. 2D maze is completely lost in a 3D one. Well, yeah, you might be, yeah. I mean, I was attempting some sort of tactics, some sort of strategy, some sort of way to approach, because I'll be completely honest, I am dead lost. And the worst thing you can do is panic. And then the next best thing to do is to slow down and be methodical. And I figured if I slowed down and was more methodical with my searching, I would get there. But that does not appear to be the case. Yeah, there was 2 people, but one of them got banned and then the other one shut up, so I don't know if they left or something. But they didn't like me talking at the beginning of the stream without playing the game. And after a couple of times of that, it's like, you know, A, it's my stream. B, it's probably the way out. That's probably not forward, that's probably out, but we'll see. Yeah, A, it's my stream, and B, it's chill. We chill here. We chill here. We chat. We have a good time. It's not super competitive or intense or anything like that. Yeah, Grim Squirrel, you probably saw them. Everyone who was here in the beginning, you probably saw them. Know who I'm talking about, but yeah. My stream is not the stream for them. There's nothing wrong with that. My stream may not be for everybody. Some people are going to want a different experience, but the experience that I have is chilling with you guys. That's the way we came from, isn't it? Oh, wait, hey. Oh my gosh, you guys. See, look at that. As soon as I stopped sitting there fretting over it and was just... See, this is what you get, Tori. You gotta be open. Gotta be open. But yeah, no, we're chill stream. We'll chill stream. You guys are chill. You talk to me. I chat with you. I can't turn my sea truck around for some reason. Oh, this is a very tight fit. I'm trying to get down so that the there we go. Here 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 we go. Aw, Galaxy, you were so nice and positive. Go away, sir.
Once you have used the fabricator to build each component, we can assemble them.
And then we can transfer you out of my head?
I am anticipating it as much as you are.
I'm anticipating it as much as you are. Alright, I'm just gonna make sure that the sea truck lives. Because if it doesn't, we are not gonna have a good time. This is my falling... Yeah, that's right, Knucklebone. You usually come in here and fall asleep to it, which we love. I love that it's relaxing, because think about how much of a compliment that is. You know, people aren't going to fall asleep if they're under stress or feeling, you know, stimulated in any way. So in order to fall asleep to a stream, it has to be relaxing and the person has to feel comfortable or they won't sleep. So to me, that's actually a huge compliment that you would fall asleep. Let's see. I was crocheting at the time. I was tempted to tell them where to shove it, but D-heads like that just want attention. Maybe mommy didn't love him enough and daddy loved him too much, so he got to take it out on random people on the internet. Oh, yeah. Well, I don't want to be that guy that just and I have never had to. That was my first time actually hiding messages. Now the option it gave me was just to hide the message, so I don't know that it was a straight up ban, but hopefully they got the message and left anyways. But it's like, you know, all of my streams and almost all of the comments on my videos even have all been pretty much, you know, positive, if not positive, at least like acceptable. Even the criticism on my other videos was at least stated, it was at least worded in such a way where it's just honest criticism. You know, not everyone has to agree with me, but they weren't, you know, being kind of troll D-bags about it. So it's, yeah, it's one of those where I didn't figure I'd have to do it, but I knew there might come a day where I might have to do that. Because I don't want to just hit the ban button on anyone. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be like, oh, you said something I don't like. Psh, ban. You know, people are free to speak their minds and have different opinions, 100%. It's just when you speak those opinions, be an adult about it. You know, that's there's a thought to that, Gauze. There's a thought to that. The psychology of don't press the red button, and immediately people want to press the red button. Aw, Grim Squirrel, you're so sweet. See, and I love you guys. You guys are supportive and awesome, and I love having you. You guys are... Red button. Button. Speaking of buttons, and I do want to be entertained. That's not to say that I do want to be entertaining, and I do want to work on getting better at my craft. So just because, I mean, the person that I'm talking about earlier, for anyone who saw it, because you were there, you probably saw it. It was definitely like, no, okay, buddy, go somewhere else. But, you know, if you guys have thoughts like, hey, why don't you try this? Or, yeah, maybe you do stop and talk too much and I would like to see more gameplay, you know, especially if it's worded in that kind of way, 100%.
The process requires you to build each component before you can assemble the whole.
Okay, so we were, oh, I see, over here. Okay. Yeah, no, it's not that I'm, like, unwilling to take criticism. That's how I got better as a DM, was some... not so nice experiences and not so nice conversations, but those conversations, if unpleasant in the moment, made me better as a DM in the long run. Oh, that's a good question. What was her favorite moment? I kind of want to see what she says, because there were a lot of good moments. Meanwhile, we are going to be using it.
You said your people came here in search of a cure?
I was a researcher.
You were a scientist? Like me?
My people regarded my scientific contributions with particular interest.
As I said, like me.
If that is your interpretation.
So how did your valuable scientific mind wind up infected?
Not my mind, my body. Perhaps you should build the next component.
Wait. All right. Cat was causing a fuss, so she came into the room. If you hear Cat, bear with. I'll try to make sure she's not too bad. Lap. Lap, 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 lap. Come here. You can sit on Mom's lap. Come here. You can sit on Mom's lap. Good girl. Oh, good, Seraphis. I'm glad to hear that you like it. That's the vibe I'm going for. You guys help. You are the community. You make the vibe, right? Like, it kind of comes from you guys as a whole. And you guys keep it chill, and I want to keep it chill, and we want to it's, you know, it's friendly, it's kind of a close-knit community, sort of. Aw, thank you, Grim Squirrel. You guys are you guys are just all nice and supportive, and I appreciate you. It makes me feel good. It's encouraging. I went through a little bit of a slump where I was not wanting to make the animated videos anymore, but the sheer volume of positive feedback about it was like, you know what? Yeah, I can do this. And then I got back into it and was having fun with it again too. I didn't just do it because like, oh, the chat wants me to. It was like, no, I was actually having fun with it. But a lot of that sourced from the positive feedback, and it was really nice. Use more profanity, offensive language, and speak a bit more like a surly drunk. Well, I do have some bourbon with me, but it's not enough to get drunk. I'm sorry. Let's see. But I do want to read Galaxy Fox. What was the favorite moments? Aw, let's see. I'm looking for favorite moment playing 4 hours with. Aw, your favorite moment was playing the 4 hours. Top 3 in no particular order. Okay, here we go. I really want to see what the favorites were. Oh, the wig falling off. The wig falling off and him having to put the wig on. Like, take time in combat to put the wig back on. That I'm with Galaxy. That is definitely tops. the dwarf giving instructions to look at the port and yelling, "I don't drink port, I drink ale." Yes, yes. I think fighting for that, because there's the "I don't drink port, I drink ale," and then there's when he defeated the ice elemental, he described his character like holding his arms out and lifting his head, eyes closed to the sky, and letting the snow of the ice elemental, basically the parts of the ice elemental, wash over him. Like both of that and the "I don't drink port" were really good. Those are both really good moments.
So you came here to search for a cure?
I led the mission.
Does that mean the bacteria got out on your watch?
This subject is uncomfortable. If you would like to know more, I will ask that you first construct the final component.
So we have a skeleton, which looks a little bit like Diablo stepped into my game, not gonna lie. We have what looks like a regular human-shaped body armor. Oh, this is described as tissues. Architect tissues. So this is basically no skin, no bones. This is like meat and nerves. And it's really kind of hard to tell. I mean, I feel like this is organic because the architects are part organic, part synthetic. Okay, let's see. Let's try one more here. Waiting to see what...
Soon I will be autonomous again.
What will you do with your newfound freedom?
I must return home to make amends.
Amends? For the bacterium? There seems to be a lot you're not telling me.
It is hard for me to find the words. I must collect my thoughts.
It's interesting.
I have all the necessary components. You may initiate body fabrication sequence from the terminal.
You still owe me an explanation.
I understand.
It's interesting that he says that about uncomfortable, and I'll tell you once I get my body back, which is a little bit concerning. Like insisting that he has to have his body back before he'll tell me anything is like, well, what is he gonna do? Does he expect me to like do something drastic? What's he afraid of? And then the fact that there's fear or uncomfortable in there at all implies a certain level of more emotionality than I think we've seen from him thus far. Like, they might be mostly synthetic beings. They might consider themselves superior. They're able to dominate planets. I mean, they have facilities down in the lava lakes. They have facilities here, 1,000 meters underground, just no sweat. So, but in the first Subnautica game, we saw that PDA where it said that the casualties for Kara were somewhere in like the hundreds of billions. I mean, I don't remember the exact number, but the casualties from Kara were so substantial that as a player, when I hear him say he wants to go back to his home planet, I'm thinking to myself, dude, I don't think there's a home planet left. Oh, yep. Knocking him off to the ship. Yes, Knucklebone. Oh, Knucklebone. I wanted to record. I meant to record. Not stream, mind, but record. I so had it. I so meant to record. And then I was going to share it with all of the players and get their permission. And, after it was kind of like just slightly edited a little bit, you just cleaned up, did any large gaps or off or breaks or anything if just to make sure it was entertaining, and send it to them so they'd have a copy, and also get their permission, and then potentially post it if I had all of their permission. I meant to record. I wanted to so bad, and I completely spaced it. Like it's scheduled 30 minutes after I get off work, so it's very tight. And I was getting all set up, and then I just completely spaced it, and I'm like, I wish I would have recorded it. It was so dang good. So I'll just have to do the next episode and continue on with being awesome and all my players being awesome. The bandits, yeah, the let's try that. Yes! See, Galaxy, I knew you were going to mention that. I knew, sorry, I'm not playing, I'm getting caught up on chat, but I knew, I was hoping that you'd mention that as one of your top 3 favorite moments, because it was definitely one of my favorite moments. Oh, do animated shorts of the good parts of the game? That would be fun. Okay, there's a thought. So, oh, here we go, back to the game. So the architects are basically what happened when a drunk frat boy experiments with the room. But wait, what? Whoa, Gods, whoa. Oh, Gods, I want to ask you, with said drunk frat boy and Roomba, was there a couch involved? Stick figures of all the characters. Okay, so Galaxy, you know how you guys were sending all of those recaps in, and then I said like, hey, maybe instead of posting these big long posts in the Discord, let's just do docs that we can add to the end of. You know, every time we have another episode, we just add to the end of that doc, and then each doc is from a different character's perspective. What I can do is I can read through those and get lines out of those, and then I can do little animations of the characters and little recaps. I mean, we were gonna play again already, Knucklebone. Oh my gosh, you guys are chatting so much, I'm not getting any gaming done. Let's see. There is entirely possible there might have been. And you know, Gauze, the only reason I said that is because of your guys's reactions in that one video. Like, you guys hated the couch so much. We'll write your script for you. Oh, you mean animating that? Well, it's a lot easier to animate stuff when it's something that I'm interested in, or I have ADHD. I mean, if I'm into it, I will hyper focus on it and spend like hours and hours and hours working on it happily. So if it's something that's like exciting or neat or interesting or, you know, grabs the attention, it's a lot easier than part of the reason why the second Notion video was so difficult was because I wasn't interested in it anymore. I didn't want to make it because I'm experimenting with leaving Notions, although I haven't done it yet because Notions keeps beating all the other programs. But even still, I'm experimenting with leaving Notions, so as a result it's kind of hard to put, but even still it was methods that I used for a while and they may help someone. So all right. Okay. Oh my gosh. So much, you guys. Let's go. Let's build. We got it. We're right there. Let's finish. Let's go.
The escape of the bacteria was an accident. I thought my solution was foolproof. I was wrong.
Did you cause the accident?
Yes.
Oh.
I do not wish to speak about it.
We can come back to this.
Hey wolves! Hey wolves! You got in at a great time. We're seeing the very, very ending bits of the game. You came in at a great time. Okay, so Seraphis, now's your time. Not that I blame you necessarily, but I kind of want to know, what was it about the design of Alan and the architects that you found disappointing? Oh, I need to get my scanner out apparently. Also, I apologize in advance for the cat. She gets like this. I'm gonna grab her here in a minute.
Tit for tat. You've probed my mind. I scan your body.
Hey! That's enough. Come here. Consistency of leather. This tissue is interlaced with channels of visibly glowing energy powered by the alien's internal biotechnical heart. Robotic arms. Alan has 6 articulated arms that are suspended around his body by magnetic levitation. These arms contain independent high-speed computing systems that are capable of performing tasks immediately. Limbs. The organic arms are considered secondary to the inorganic robotic arms. These are used for mundane tasks that don't require such fine motor movements. The bottom half of the arms are covered in a biocomposite plating. The plating might serve as a form of armor. It also appears to store latent energy buildups, like capacitors. The hooved legs are reminiscent of several species of mountain goats. The hooves are covered in microscopic hooks that aid in exploring rough and uneven terrain. The forelegs and hind legs... Okay. Lady? That's enough out of you. That's enough out of you, okay? Actually, you're gonna sit here. You're gonna stay here. The hooved legs are reminiscent of several... Okay, yep. Microscopic hooks that aid in exploring rough, uneven terrain. The forelegs and the hind legs are oddly close together, which explains why walking might be a secondary mode of movement. Teleportation. This architect's body is able to teleport or blink short distances. The method is likely a scaled-down version of the teleportation gates, but the methodology is not well understood. It is likely that architect's body is able to provide the massive amount of power necessary for this function. Matching DNA fragments appear to be derived from the following sources. Oh, he did say that their DNA came from a lot of places. Chromium boar, a putty serpent, electrode eel, astral rays. It's like space whales, but it's astral rays. Dude, astral rays sound way cooler than space whales, I'm not gonna lie. Oh my goodness. Let's see, we were saying hi to wolves. Horned creatures. It's been done in sci-fi before. I was looking forward to something more amphibious. Oh, instead the design was more like a biomech centaur. I mean, you're not wrong. It's very much a biomech centaur. Hey, Ryan. Yes, kitty cat, who is aggressively trying to get off my lap right now, but she's getting pets whether she likes it or not. Okay. Alright, are you gonna be good? Are you gonna be quiet? Are you gonna smash my keyboard? That works too, I guess. He's honestly mean looking. And I don't get the horns. In fact, the horns are probably the one part I don't get. Oh, it's just an inert body. He's still inside of my head. They're not wrong. The forelegs and hind legs are really close together. So when he said they took many different DNAs and spliced them together to come up with this form, it makes me wonder, is there some part of this form that's nostalgic for them? Like, did they start out as four-legged creatures? Did they figure that more legs was just better than two? And if so, why? There's kind of questions I have about a lot of the, all right, I'll move this. You lay down. Goodness, you're such a pain in my butt. You're disrupting the stream, kitty. They are the natural predators of Australians. You don't want to scare them. Cat equals chaos. I know it. Or chaos. Well, and she's an older cat with cancer. I mean, we're just doing the best we can to keep her comfortable and happy for as long as we have her, but she is quite needy. Alright. Sorry about the disruptions, but I appreciate y'all's patience. I know many of you have pets and have beloved pets. She is older. I don't know if I probably mentioned before maybe, but they did do a scan and they found lymph nodes that are pressed against her spine, which are probably what's causing the lack of blood flow, which is part of the reason why she's stumbling. So basically, half of her body is not getting the circulation it should have, and her one back leg in particular is getting barely any circulation at all. So the reason why she stumbles every so often is because her leg literally doesn't have like blood going through it, at least the way it should, and so it's not like working properly. So every so often her leg gives out and we found out that that's kind of why, at least to the best that I understand what the vet told me.
Commencing data transfer.
Ooh, oh, that.
Did it work? Are we...
It has been some time since I last stretched out in so many dimensions. Like waking from a dream.
Whoa. Hey.
Huh.
You're really not in my head anymore?
There are some remnants. Would you like your memories of me removed as well?
Are you kidding? No way. You still owe me the end of your story.
I don't. I think it's pretty
I
self-explanatory.
told you I must return home. To assess. Repair. Make amends.
Tell me more.
When the bacteria escaped, it was my fault. I disobeyed the directive from my network.
Oh no.
We noticed that a species of Leviathan young produced an enzyme that is efficient against the bacteria. I thought if we incubated sea dragon eggs, we might expedite their hatching. I was not wrong.
But...
It would appear that sea dragon parents are stronger and more motivated than our facility was rated to handle.
And the bacteria got out, infecting everything. How many survived the outbreak back home? Are they still waiting for someone to bring back a cure?
I do not know.
Can I help?
I
The
doubt.
fact that I withheld this information does not concern you.
It was certainly manipulative. And I've also made my own share of mistakes. I'm still committed to helping.
I accept your help. Find me at the gate when you are ready. In the meantime, I must prepare.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Okay, so back in the original game, if you and the again, my high praise for the original game over this game, because in this game you have a walking, talking alien that just explains it to you. But in the first game, none of this is directly, well, it's kind of semi-directly told to you, but it's not really directly told to you. You have to go to the location, you have to do the scans of the pieces in that location, and then you have to read the PDA entries and then infer from those entries what's going on. So there's a lot of more indirect, quiet world building as you stumble across what to you are remains, leftovers, ruins. And in the first game, what are ruins in this game are like walking, talking, live creatures. And it's not bad. I think Alan's really cool. It's just, I don't know, it doesn't have like the majesty and the impact that it does in the first game when you're like on your own. That's true. Excuse you, sir. Excuse you. You sneezed on my windshield, sir. It's okay. We're getting a car wash as we speak. Another one? Well, that explains why they were so frequent. There's like 2 of them right next to each other. I bet you can't turn around that fast. Huh? No, you can't turn around that fast. Whoopsie. Oh, get your spit off my windshield. Get your spit off my screen. Okay, we're gonna go up in this way. Well, that explains why we couldn't find it. We were looking for something big and really was just like a tiny door and a chunk of crystal. Yeah, and that's 1,500 meters that way, so I'm guessing we gotta go up and out. It's more show, not tell. Yes, Ryan, exactly. The first game shows more than it tells, yeah. Oh, the vet said that it was unheard of. Kidney disease usually kill in months. Yeah, well, and I mean, heck, for all I know, she's still eating, she's still drinking, she's still cuddling with us, she's still out and active. I've been told that when cats cats in particular, when they're sort of ready, they will disappear. They'll go hide. They'll go like quietly pass away from their humans. And so from what I can gather, if that's correct, she's still doing kind of okay, because she's, you know, like I said, she's eating, she's drinking, she's out and about. So we're just going to do what we can to, she does have a shot that she gets every 3 weeks or so. Not only to help with her digestive issues that she's had for a number of years now, but also, to help with the pain a little bit. And we're just trying to keep her comfy and keep her happy, and we do spend extra time with her. Up and out, up and out, up and out, up and out, up and out. Ooh, narrow opening. Going through the narrow opening. Uh-oh, now I'm already sung. You got me smuttering. Oh, you had a friend whose cat was older than him. Dang. $1,500 meters. That's 1.5 kilometers. Tomato, tomato, I guess. What game will I play next? Good question, because yeah, we're basically just about done with this one. So I have a game. In fact, my best friend just recently started playing this game, and it's funny that she's playing it, because I saw her thing pop up on Steam, and then she texted me and she's like, do you know anything about this game? And I'm like, yeah, it's in my library. I haven't actually played it myself. I'm mostly blind to it, but I heard it was really good, and I saw a streamer like introduce. I got it from another streamer that I watched like 5 years ago or something. But anyways, I do have a game that is like, it would be a blind playthrough for me. Unlike all the games I've done on my channel, which I'm, you know, very familiar with. Well, except this one. I mean, I'm familiar with this one, and it's just, it's the same as Subnautica in terms of mechanics and stuff like that. But, this other game would be a completely, like, it would be like blind. So I have that. Technically, I kind of owe Seraphis the DLC for Dungeons 2, because I played Dungeons 2 before streaming it, but I've never done the DLCs. I don't have No Man's Sky, so for smidgen of context, when No Man's Sky launched, I was with somebody else, and I was living somewhere else. And they would not shut up about it during the marketing for too long. Just on and on and on they went about how great this game is. It's gonna have 4 quadrillion planets. And I looked at him and I was like, you do realize that 4 quadrillion planets means they're gonna be very samey and boring, right? Like, there's no conceivable way. Like, it's just like legit, there's no actual way that these planets have any kind of like art or love or care or anything approximating that. Like, they're using, it's like the stuff from Daggerfall. Like, Daggerfall had the biggest map of any video game ever for like 30 years or whatever, 20, 30 years. But the reason why it's so big is because it's procedurally generated, and there's huge swaths of it that are just like flat land. No, that's not to throw too much shade, because Daggerheart is massive, but still, that was my impression. It's like 4 quadrillion planets is a number that's so huge, it loses all meaning. So I was not excited about it. I was like, okay, yeah, great, whatever. It's another space game. It's, and I was playing Space Engineers at the time. I'm like, it's literally Space Engineers, but over marketed. And then, so I was none too thrilled, but they wouldn't shut up about it. It was going to be the greatest game of all time. And then it launched. And I was right. And I basically have never bothered with it since. It's just one of those things where the launch, like the really shitty launch, like stuck with me. And just the idea of like that, and I'm really not into sci-fi all that much. Like, as a genre, it's like, it's cool, but it's not necessarily my favorite genre. I love Subnautica because Subnautica is so different. Yes, Subnautica is a sci-fi, but it's light sci-fi. It's a survival game with a story that happens to involve spaceships more than I would say that it's like sci-fi. Although Seraphis could probably speak more with more authority on that. That is very much like a kind of personal take, personal opinion type thing. But yeah, no, there's just No Man's Sky just does not interest me. Already lost my attention, and with so many other games that I'm more interested in, I didn't have anything to encourage me to come back to it. Hype is inversely proportional to actual quality. My biggest burn on hype, and the reason why I do not watch gaming channels, I do not watch gaming news, new game coming out, great, tell me the name, give me the elevator pitch, and then I'll decide if I want it, and I'll buy it on launch. Not early access, not beta, launch. And the reason for my more hard stance on that, it's on land, isn't it? Yeah, it's on land. The reason for my stance on that is from Diablo 3. So I mentioned in the Discord, but the first game I ever played, and arguably my love of gaming, period, both video and TTRPG, stems from this. At least I believe it stems from this, on top of just reading fantasy novels. But the first game I ever played, I don't know how old I was, but because of the timeline, I had to be younger than 10, was Diablo 1. And it was the only game I had. It was like, I didn't have internet or anything like that, other than like VeggieTale Flash games eventually, because he did put internet on my computer eventually. I had Lose Your Marbles. I had Diablo 1. And then eventually we also got Pod Racer on the PC. Because the first Star Wars movie I ever saw was actually The Phantom Menace in theaters. I went with my dad, or my dad took me, I should say. I was a kid at the time. And so Diablo 1 is like the most nostalgic thing that I could think of. And Diablo 2, obviously I played Diablo 2. And I pretty much only solo. I never really played multiplayer because I didn't have the means to do it. So all of my nostalgia and all of my love for the early 2 Diablo games is all just the story and the campaign and playing. Eventually we did get local multiplayer, so I would play with my sister, but outside of that, so you can imagine my excitement when Diablo 3 was announced, right? And I was following along, and I was watching the videos, and I was watching that, and I was participating in the hype, and it was, you know, and then the game came out. And yeah, after that, I kind of swore off following games before their life. Even Baldur's Gate 3. When Baldur's Gate 3 was announced, I was like, and when I saw that it was Larian Studios, because I'm a huge fan of DOS 2 and had already played many hours into DOS 2 before BG3 was announced, I was like ecstatic. And I did purchase the early access. Like, I purchased the game to support the game, but I didn't really play it, and I didn't touch it until like launch. And even then, you know, they had the early access, they had the beta, I could have played it, I didn't. Maybe we do need to go out and run. Oh, hey, water bottle we missed. That's our crashed pod, by the way, from the very beginning of the game. So, yes. Okay, so sorry. I'm trying to... I'm talking, but I'm also trying to get to this beacon. So, and Grumpy's gonna have to leave for his OSE game pretty soon. About 20 minutes. All right. So, let's see. We gotta catch up on chat a little bit here, guys. Let's see, what's it called? Baldur's Gate was also fun. Apparently the game is a lot different now. Not played it though. And I have heard that. My hubby is a fan of it, and he talks about how different it is. So I'm just being a stick in the mud I am 100% being a judgmental stick in the mud. I am not a good example, but I'm also trying to be honest. Another horror one, perhaps. Layers of Fear is the only horror game I will ever willingly play, just so you know. However, Layers of Fear has a sequel. Well, the version of Layers of Fear that I played, that's right. The version of Layers of Fear that I played was the combo that has the first game and the sequel rolled into one. And so I only ever played through what was ostensibly the first game. So it's sort of unfinished, but in reality, it's because I only played the first game, not the second game. Patching and patching is supposed to be much better. Yeah, after much help. Yeah, I'm with you, Wolves. Yeah, but you see what I mean? Like, I've gotten to this point where between experiences that I've had through other people, like I wasn't into No Man's Sky, but they were. That is my at the time boyfriend, now ex, and the roommate we were living with, because they were both stoked about it. Like through them I experienced that, and then like D3, and that D3 is the big one that's like, okay, no, I'm not doing, no spoilers, no, because here's the thing, if I hadn't watched all of this stuff with D3, it wouldn't have been as bad as it was. Like, it was already a poor launch, but I personally would have been okay with it. Like, there was more I would have enjoyed about the game, but because of all my previous knowledge, because of all the previous promises, the previous screenshots, the GUI that they changed, it's like, if I hadn't have been aware of all the stuff I could have had that they cut, I wouldn't have been upset. You see what I'm saying? So perspective and knowledge, like, part of the reason why, I mean, Subnautica is a freaking phenomenal game, but also when you go in blind, that's where the magic is. And because of that I will always side with, like, going in blind is like the best thing you can do, because then you're left with just you and the game, nothing in between. I got hyped the day after launch, because then you get honest review. Yeah, well, and launches are exciting. I mean, remember when launches were exciting? Remember when it was like, oh my gosh, this game is coming out, we're so excited, but nobody really knew anything other than marketing material, like trailers at best. And there would be like launch parties, and people would get in lines outside of GameStop. And I mean, and maybe I'm speaking from a place of it starts with an N, the word that, like, you don't know, not negligence, but, you know, maybe I'm speaking from out of turn here, but I feel like that has gone away a little bit. And so many people, like, by the time the game launches, people have already cleared it. They've already beat it. They're already done. And not just like, oh, this group of beta testers that's like, you know, 100 out of however many the population is, like, not like a section of people, but like, you know, half the player base, you know. So it's kind of like, I remember when Skyrim launched, and I had played all the way through Oblivion. When Skyrim launched, me, my at the time boyfriend, which is a different boyfriend from the previous, anyways, it was 2011, it was a long time ago, give me a break. But me, my at the time boyfriend, my best friend from like junior high, and her boyfriend at the time, we all went to the local GameStop, which in my town, this is pre-2020, so we were still rural at that, rural, whatever. We were like half the size our town is now, less than half the size our town is now at that point in time. And we went to the local GameStop because we had one and it was still doing well. And there was a line that like went out into the street, into the parking lot, out around the building. And in my town, that is like unheard of. That like that doesn't exist in my town. And that's what it was during the Skyrim launch. And there was a guy who like parked his car and lifted up the back of the car and had like some multi-$1,000 sound system in it with LED lights. And he was like blaring the trailer music, and we were all cheering. There were people with like lightsabers that were having like a lightsaber duel in the street, you know, plastic. And they were in a car drove by, and her boyfriend shouted at the cars, or shouted at them, because the car comes up, and then they all get on the edge of, out of the parking lot or whatever. And the car drove by, and her boyfriend was like, "What? You was afraid to fight the dragon?" And we all laughed because we thought that was funny. And me and her got bored, so we actually we went on a walk around the whole complex. And the line was so long that we went around the complex for like a 2 to 3 hour walk before, because our boyfriend stayed in line for us, and we just kept walking because we couldn't. It was rough standing still, so we just kept walking around and around. And there were 2 people in line who got used to us walking by and opened up a gap for us to walk through the line so that we could make our round and then come back through. And they kept the gap open because we kept coming back, because that's how slow the line was moving. Anyways, nostalgia. Yeah, sorry guys. I went on the deep end there. I guess the bourbon got to me a little bit. Oh, Octopath Traveler. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Wolves, I'm with you a little bit. I'm not a Blizzard junkie, but I feel some level of kinship. Yes, yeah, I guess you're getting sorted, as you put it, all sorts of information about my sordid history. That I have a history that's actually not really that involved, but it sounds involved when you only get snippets of it. I played Octopath when it first came out. I played it for 2 sessions and then haven't picked it up since. Oh, for when you play street hockey. Well, these guys were playing around in the street and rave party. Haunted Heroes is similar to Octopath. Yeah, I bought Octopath on my Switch when it came out, and I was really into it for a very brief period of time, and I kind of haven't touched it since. I legit do not have the time. Okay, I guess we're going this way. I legit do not have the time, and didn't then, for that kind of game. Like a long form JRPG style game. It's okay, we love the deep end. Alright, let's see, let's go. I'm trying to figure out where the access... Obviously, we're fairly close to this thing, but we need access. Okay, here we go. Alright, that's... There we go. I'm on my regularly scheduled tirade programming. Actually, I was coming up with some names the other day, so now that the Notion stuff is done with and I'm a little more free to do what I want, yay. I have Tea and Tangent, so shorter videos that's about a singular topic where I just get on and do what I just did for a minute. And then see what people think. Then there's no real point to it other than just it's a tangent. So I was gonna call those Tea and Tangents. And then there's other kind of more long form discussion, okay, let's have a conversation about this. And I was gonna call those Tea and Thinking or Tea and Talking. I actually like Tea and Talking better. And so I was gonna have different names for different types of videos. Okay, so it's 200. It's got to be this way. Plus bad launches. Yeah. There are very few times that I will... Is this Delta? What? Wait, did we back end ourselves into Delta Station? Oh my god. That's an option? Oh no, excuse me, this is okay. Phew. Outpost 0. So we are up here. Oh. And we probably went like up this way. We went, okay. Okay. Outpost 0, okay. All right, here we go. Do. See, Galaxy, she said rave party earlier, and I just see that in all caps right at the corner of my eye, and it's like it's like rave party. I just hear it like dubstep. I really liked dubstep. I was super into dubstep for a while, and there's a part of me that still likes good kind of dubstep-y, techno-y music, especially nostalgic hits. Like, I went to go, I'm a big FNAF fan, and so when the FNAF movie came out, I went to do that. When they put in Tombstone as the end credits song, I was like, yes! I was losing my mind in the theater. Such nostalgia. Oh, we've come across this before. I remember this. Oh, Knuckles is, oh, yep, sleepy time. Good night, all. All right, Knuckles, you sleep well. I'll try to keep to a nice, pleasant tone.
Are you
Soft
prepared to
tone.
leave, Ellen?
Yes, there is much to do.
Ooh. He's Nightcrawler, guys. He's Nightcrawler. All right, let's do this, guys. We've got this. It's time to finish this.
Do you still wish to leave with me? Beyond this teleporter, there is no turning back.
Are you kidding? I can't pass up a chance to see where architects come from. Besides, I don't have another ride.
I do not know what we will find there. The others may be sick or angry, if they live at all.
Or you could find peace. Family.
I hope you are right. Please complete any business you still have on this planet. Join me on the other side when you are ready to leave.
AKA, if you haven't put the antidote in the Leviathan. Well, it's not a true Lord of the Rings. A true Lord of the Rings marathon is like a 4 in the morning till 4 in the next morning type of deal. And we didn't have that kind of time on our hands, but we got through. Actually, he wasn't feeling good because he had back issues. So we got through, we started with the Hunt of the Orcai, Riders of the Riddermark. We got through King Theoden getting fixed. We got, let's see, Fangorn. Fangorn. This is scary. John Rhys Davies is just the best. And then not much further than that.
The phase gate is opening.
Hello, George.
You've been hiding a phase gate here this whole time.
Only for the last millennium. It will lead us home.
No wonder you hid yourself from Altera.
It was imperative to keep the homeworld safe, in hopes that the others survived.
Yeah.
That is some alien tech, by golly.
Will you help me prepare the ship? The energy masts must be moved into place.
Well, this is different.
Okay, cool. I have alien arms now. Oh, I float. I float, y'all. I fly. That is too cool, I'm not gonna lie. Hello, George. How are ya? One of the other players from the DC-20 campaign. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, disregard the glitching sky. You have heard about the one, the only wearer of the golden wig. I give you George, aka Estefan, wearer of the golden wig. And yes, Ryan, you remember 100% correctly. The quote-unquote reason the Aurora was sent to this sector of the galaxy, despite it being basically completely unknown and unexplored, was to build a phase gate. Stefan, I hope I did your character introduction justice, because I think the wig falling off and taking the moment in combat to put the wig back on and adjust it ever so. Every time we recount the session, that is brought up almost first every time. It was definitely a wonderful moment. I put them. Oh no, excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm missing one. I thought I had them all. Thank you, wolves. Truce, yes. What was his favorite moment?
Oh no. Whoa.
Very good. Return to me and I will initiate ship assembly.
So is that a phase gate or is that a ship? Well, it says ship assembly, so I guess not. All right.
Thank you. The masts are in place. The energy field is ready. There is no time to lose.
I felt like normal now. Oh, hey, buddy? Oh, the arms just digitized? Oh, whoa. Whoa. It is cool. I'll give it an A+ for spectacle.
Join me, Robin.
I'll give it an A+ for spectacle. Ow.
I apologize. The levitator was calibrated for heavier bodies. I would have helped you to your feet, but as you can see, I have been fully integrated.
It's a phase gate Allen ship. Whoa.
Is this permanent?
Nothing is permanent. Are you ready to go?
Yes. I found the answers I was looking for. I'm ready to move on. I can't bring Sam back. But I know she died fighting, and I got to finish her work. I'll always carry her memory.
Good. Please brace yourself, and then we will depart.
Brace for launch. That's kind of creepy with him just hanging there, kind of
In 3,
like...
2, 1.
At least he doesn't think we're fat, that's true. Alright, Grumpy, we'll see you later.
What will we find when we get there?
If I am the last of my kind, I will experience the sorrow of 10,000 souls dimming.
Good point, Ryan. You could have grabbed us a chair. Then again, the ship's not built for that because they normally are the ship. He's literally plugged into the ship.
And if they survived?
With you, I am ready to face whatever awaits.
That was it, guys. That was Subnautica Below Zero. And if you've been around on the channel for a long, long, long time, that was both Subnautica games. And at 6:59, and I'm supposed to end at 7 to 7:30. So wow, we timed that well. Dang. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed. The last time when I finished a game, I don't think I had... Well, I forget about Dungeons 2, but when I finished the first game, it was in a bonus stream, so the chat was basically non-existent. They leave the ending ambiguous. You know, I'm okay with that, though. I do like that the ending is ambiguous because the game was already in your face enough as it is compared to the first one. And maybe I should think of it on its own instead of comparing it to the first one. But I mean, come on. Like, this is one of those games that falls into the weird gray space between DLC and sequel. It's like not quite one, not quite the other. So... comparisons to the first one are kind of inevitable. It's not a bad game. This is actually technically my first time finishing it myself. It's very spectacle. It's very in your face. There's some real cool bits. And they are cool bits. The first game was so special in its presentation and the lack of in your face. So to go from something so spectacle heavy coming from something that's so the opposite of spectacle is quite a jump. Hey, a couple of your tips were really helpful, Ryan. A couple of your tips were definitely very helpful. I wasn't 100% sure what I was going to play next. I guess I didn't realize that I was going to be finishing this one so quickly. Oh yeah, 8-bit Ryan. I may end up playing the other game. 'Cause why not? Why hold off? Why not? I've seen Soviet Womble's documentary on the forest. Holy crap, that ending too. And I don't know. And I remember the forest when it was in early access. I remember when it was I remember when the forest was like huge. This was like between 13 and 15. I don't know. It hasn't really grabbed my attention. So, I kind of don't want to say the name of the other game because I kind of thought it would be fun if it was like a complete blind surprise. Like nobody knows what they're getting themselves into. So, I'm being deliberately coy with you guys about said other game. But it should be fun. It should be fun. I think I'll do it next. I think I'll do it next. So now, for a few more minutes, because I have a few more minutes before people are supposed to arrive, we're going to take a look at... let's see if I have... See, 17 hours. Oh yeah, this is Below Zero, so I don't really have... I'll show you this one, because this other base... I'm just going to do some base flybys. I'm just going to load up some other game saves and show some base flybys. Monster Girl Island. No, guys. Where is your brain this morning? So here's the other base I built. So you can see why I kind of designed the other one the way I did. And you can see what I was initially trying to make room for, why I refused to build anything in the center of the room. Just for that. You know, Seraphis Rimworld? Rimworld was kind of on my list. Also, this is the sea truck dock that I never built, by the way, because I figured out via this particular game save that you don't need it. That's the other thing with Subnautica that's like really hard to wrap your brain around, is there's so much stuff that like you don't need. So this is one of my other bases. So Rimworld was kind of on there, especially with the new DLC that came out not that long ago. 18 hours, that's our save. That's the Reef's save. That wasn't the 6-hour one, the one I just went at. Yeah. Oh, here we go. I know which one this one is. And when I do the upcoming, you know, when I put up the thumbnail or whatever, it'll have the name of the game on it. But yeah, I've never beat Rimworld, but I have dumped a lot of hours into it. So this is the other base that I have. Say Kelp base. And it's right next to the hole in the ground. Hole in the ground kelp. Yoink. And this is the build for that base. You can tell I sort of have a thing and I stick with it, huh? Although I like this one a little bit better. I like the desk and the, you know, the chair and the bed all being right here. The plants. This is sort of like the living situation. And then, of course, I've got like my fabrication and storage. And then I've got my aquarium. And then my scanner room, which I never use. So, and you guys can kind of see what I mean. Like in our game, we never built this. We never built a scanner room. Didn't need it. We built a prawn suit. Never used it. Didn't need it. I mean, you know, never had more than a fabricator module for the sea truck. So there's a lot of stuff in here that is, not necessary. So what we're going to do is take a look at some, I was also thinking about playing Pow World. And then one thing that Seraphis was talking about once a long time ago, another game I've played but haven't beat, is, in fact, let me go over here and here and here and here. Okay. Oh, let me reset that transform so that it's actually taking up the whole thingamajigger. Oh, Beth's here. All right, 1 second. We'll be right back, guys. 1 second. Okay, so yeah, one of the other ones I was looking at was actually Stellaris. There was one day, what was I playing? I was playing Dungeons 2, that's what I was playing. And I got really frustrated because I was not doing so hot. And so me and hubby were going through a combo, we were doing a co-op play of Stellaris at the time. And so I was thinking about bringing that back up again. Obviously, as he mentioned, there's Rimworld. Let's see. Inscription. I've actually watched all the game theory episodes on Inscription. I've heard good things about it. Oh, do a thumbnail that's black and just says play. I might do that. Now that you mention it, Seraphis, I might do that. But that was the end of the game. That was pretty much it. So we'll see what happens. I may take Seraphis's suggestion and just do a black thumbnail, and then you'll really not know what it's gonna be. Without the DLC. Interesting. Stardew Valley. I do have Stardew Valley. Haven't finished. I have so many games I haven't finished, y'all. So what I'll do is I'll leave it that. I'll leave it open. I'll leave it a mystery. And I'm going to go. My sister is here. We've got sort of like a 30-minute to an hour-ish break, and then we're going to be back with some stitching. Seraphis and Grim, I figure you guys will probably be heading off here soon. It's late for you guys, but to everyone else who wants to come back for more Cozy, there's going to be about 2 more hours of more Cozy because she is here and we're ready to go. So we'll see you guys here in about an hour or so. We'll catch you later. Bye.